Let me emphasize that killing our children will not quell the anger of the Kenyan people. People are very angry with this administration. Abducting young people is not a solution. You must address the cause of the disquiet, of the discontent. Why are people aggrieved with this administration? That must be dealt with. Abducting these children and killing them is not a solution. And I must remind my friend and brother, Dr. William Ruto, that since independence, no government has ever gone for children.
Hello, my beloved Kenyans. We are back, and much is happening in the wake of abductions that are happening among the young people with what they are posting and in protest to what the administration of Kenya is doing. People have been reported to be abducted, and yes, and these people are younger people. Not a few days ago, we had Babu Wino coming in and calling on to Kenyans to take care of themselves because the IG, the chief of the police, the IG, said that it's not the police who are involved in these abductions, so the police cannot be accountable to that. Other leaders came in, faith leaders, church pastors, bishops came in and tried to condemn it and told the government and the administration to be clear on what they are doing and stop the abductions. And today we've had the former deputy president, that is RIGATHI GACHAGUA, taking it back to the government, to the administration of the day, and asking them to stop going for children, and even telling them that since the independence, there's no any government that has ever gone for the young people, abducted the young people, or any administration that has abducted the young people and put them to wherever is happening now. And it's just this administration that is doing the same. And he's calling on to the administration to stop doing it, because the more they do this, the more they agitate the people, the more the people will come out to do much that is unexpected in this. We might not know more on what's really happening, on what the former deputy president knows, because we are not there. For us, we just see whatever is happening around. But let's listen to his speech, and then we make our comments on the same. So please kindly listen, and let's judge from what the former deputy president RIGATHI GACHAGUA is saying on the same.
Administration. And these people are not answerable to the Inspector General of Police. Your guess is as good as mine as to who is the commander of that unit. Let me emphasize that killing our children will not quell the anger of the Kenyan people. People are very angry with this administration. Abducting young people is not a solution. You must address the cause of the disquiet, of the discontent. Why are people aggrieved with this administration? That must be dealt with. Abducting these children and killing them is not a solution. And I must remind my friend and brother, Dr. William Ruto, that since independence, no government has ever gone for children. This is the first administration in the history of this country to target children for repression and persecution. Even the colonial administration, brutal as it was, it never went for the children. And the question the president must address is simple. Why has everybody turned against you and the administration in only 2 years? That is what you need to interrogate, instead of persecuting these children. Again, he must understand the law of nature. nature abhors vacuum. When you swallow the opposition and there is nobody to hold you to account, when you capture parliament and other institutions of oversight, since nature abhors vacuum, other formations will emerge to oversight you and hold you to account. And that is how the church has come up to hold the government to account. And that is how these young Kenyans have come out to hold the government to account. In the unfortunate event that these children were to be muzzled and silenced through death and abductions and other extrajudicial methods of silencing dissent, some new formations will also come up to hold the government in check, because nature abhors vacuum. So the amount of repression that is going on in the country is unparalleled, it is unprecedented, and it needs to come to an end. I have just learned we have a prayer meeting in Shamata Ward in Nyandarua tomorrow. We have a farm. The residents of that ward normally meets once in a year for prayers to close the year. We have prayers tomorrow. And the police commander there in that county is intimidating leaders to cancel those prayers, that they will not be allowed to take place, that they need a permit. I want to tell the county commander in Nyandarua that you don't need a permit to hold prayers. Again, is this repression by this administration. Even if you stop the people of Nyandarua from holding prayers, that will not change their political views of what they think about this administration. I want to say the prayers will go on. I'll be in attendance with the residents of Shamata. And if the police want to come and stop the prayers, they can go ahead. But that will just enrage the people even more. And those tactics of using police to stop prayers were tried by the previous administration. And the president knows how it worked out. You just agitate people more. You make people more rebellious. There is no need for police to interfere with people's rights of expression, of association, and the freedom of worship. So I want again to ask the Inspector General of Police to tell his county commander in Nyandarua not to interfere with the rights of the people of that area to hold prayers and to congregate to pray together, because those rights are guaranteed in the Constitution. And this is not the way to deal with dissent and discontent. Let the government take time to find out why people are unhappy. Why are people so discontented with this administration? But try to stop people from meeting, from congregating, will not solve any problem. It will just magnify an already bad situation. And I can tell them it will not work. It's an exercise in futility. So good people, I just wanted to make those remarks about abductions, and I can answer one or two questions if there is. Kosawa? I don't know whether Uhuru is going to Ruto. I don't have such information. But I have said many times, the people of this region don't follow leaders. It's leaders who follow the people. I don't follow anybody myself. I only follow the people. I have said I have very extensive consultations with the people of this region so that we decide what is our political destiny. That consultation is ongoing on. It's going on. It's very extensive. It's very thorough. And it's what I'm doing here. When you walked in, I was having...
Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua feels like the administration is trying to, to create fear into people by abducting people who are talking, who are trying to, condemn some of the things that the government, the administration is doing. And it feels like they're sending in a fear signal to the people for people to stop, talking about it. As he addresses the issue that if the administration that is in power swallows or takes in the opposition and takes in the parliament and takes in other institutions that are supposed to be pointing a finger unto them when they do the wrong things, they're creating a vacuum, and that vacuum cannot remain to be a vacuum forever, because the laws of nature says wherever there's a vacuum, something else will come and fill that vacuum. And to him, he feels like, the young people are filling in the vacuum, because it seems like in the country currently we don't have an opposition, because the opposition is with the ruling government. The parliament, he feels like the parliament has been taken over by the ruling government or the ruling administration, and hence creating a vacuum that there's no one who is trying to oppose what the government is doing. And because of that, the young people have taken it to themselves to oppose and try to point a finger on what they feel that the government is not doing in the right way. That is according to Gachagua. Kindly leave your comment unto us and let us know what do you think. You think Gachagua is running on the right path, and is he really taking it right, or there is something that we might not understand?